Washington and the university may require juniors to live on campus. That is, if its Board of Trustees approves a plan to build more housing on campus. But landlords are concerned.
I don't think they lie awake at night worrying about, the fact that there's going to be an economic impact on the city itself.
In August 2011, WNL President Kenneth Ruscio created a residential life task force to assess ways to support a safer and more vibrant community. Off-campus housing, particularly out of town, raises safety concerns. Last December, WNL senior Kelsey Durkin was killed in a car accident after an off-campus party. She was one of 10 students who piled into an SUV driven by another student, Nick Hansel, who lost control on Turkey Hill Road. Hansel is facing DUI charges.
I used to be really anti third-year housing on campus, but now I think it might actually be a good idea. Well, I live off campus right now. I mean, I really enjoyed it, but it's also such a risk at the same time with a lot of kids living on really windy roads. I mean, where I live is 9 miles away from campus, so it's a pretty long way out there. And I mean, there is the risk of drunk driving, I guess.
I can't quite understand this safety and security angle. Okay, the university will say they have a responsibility to provide the safest environment and all that sort of thing, but there's also this thing about control. I feel they're trying to control people.
Some students are also very wary about the initiative.
I lived in Woods Creek my sophomore year, and I didn't even know the people who lived next to me. So, I mean, if the point of this new apartment is to build community, I don't think it will work just based on my experience living in Woods Creek.
Fewer students renting off-campus housing may force landlords to reduce their rents. Landlords are angry because they may lose some rental income.
The program as laid out is going to mean that there's 50% of those people occupying rental property will be living on university property and paying the university rather than landlords.
WNL juniors and seniors have the option to live off campus. Only about 5% of the junior class this year is living on campus.
I think right now we don't have the kind of facilities juniors would want to live in. We also frankly don't have the space. We know that Woods Creek is not really considered to be that attractive of an option. To a certain extent, juniors don't know what it would be like to live on campus in really cool, neat housing and have everybody be here together because we've never had that at Washington LA.
The trustees are expected to vote on the initiative by the end of the academic year. The effect on landlords is not heavily factored into the decision.
Looking at the amounts of money that this university has and the amounts of money they get given all the time, I don't think they worry about anybody else's financial situation, really.
We don't believe we have an obligation to financially support landlords.
For The Reader, this is Logan Hendricks.